Alright. How am I gonna make each and every one of you face your impending doom? Please don't kill me! I'm sorry, but you must die. Wait a second. Doki Doki Literature Club? I didn't download this. Hold on. I don't remember downloading this. Where did this come from? I know this looks really bad, but it's not what it looks like. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. How is this not suitable for children? Anyways, welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. I got this game suggestion from an anonymous source, also known as my cousin. I'm kind of curious on what it's all about. I've heard stuff about this game, but I've never actually dove deep into what it actually was. I know it's a lot of reading and a lot of story. Please enter your name. JJ Khan. Yep, that's gonna be my name. Here we go. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Is it really that obvious? That's mean, JJ Kun. Yeah, I know. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. By the way, JJ Kun, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations when I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. I was talking about I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I don't know. I really don't know. Alright, we're in a classroom now. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. No what? Well, then you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? I kind of told the club yesterday I was bringing a new member. Well, bring someone else. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? This is not my decision, by the way. Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. It's a goddamn literature club, how bad could it be? Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. JJ-kun, what a nice surprise! Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. I'm never saying that again. JJ-kun, this is the one and only chance you'll ever get. please, don't What are you looking at? Your eyes? If you want to say something, say it. Natsuki. The girl with the sore attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet you both. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, JJ-kun. What the hell? What position is that? Is your back okay? Your back just got like broken in 3 different places. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. I'll get the cupcakes. Then how about I make you some tea as well? Okay, are you ready? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. What? Why are you thanking me? It's not like I made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you. No, you dummy! I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Insulted, Yuri looks away. While tea and reading might not be pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. And she goes breaking her back again. That is not good for your posture. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you are both fun and worthwhile. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. So, JJ-kun, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga! I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. If you say anything about my manga, I will. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. Maybe. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? My favorites are usually novels that build deep, complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychology elements usually immerse me as well. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I hate horror. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things. Don't you, Natsuki? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't
like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet up, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yay!
Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
I never said I would join this club. Oh, shit! Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare at me with dejected eyes. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. JJ-kun, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. We're joining the literature club, guys. I don't want to, but you know. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, JJ-kun, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
Is there a no option? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. With that, the 2 of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? No, not at all. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I've heard this game goes downhill, and I don't know how that's gonna happen exactly. It seems pretty wholesome to me. I don't know why, but we'll see what happens, I guess. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Out of these 3, I would have to pick Yuri. So she said she liked horror. Graveyard could be horror, maybe. Graveyard. Dark. Shit. Alright, breathe, sadness, bed, cage. Cage could be scary, right? Yeah. Alright, this is the last one. I'm kind of stuck on this one though. Maybe. Okay, that wasn't the right one.
Hi again, JJ-kun.
Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, JJ-kun. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Oh! Natsuki, me personally, I would not take that much disrespect.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. JJ-kun always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
You 2 are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
Let's go!
How come? You and JJ-kun could be good friends too.
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori! Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book out that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know...
Yuri, I don't know if this is the place for that, but like,
can know if you're trying.
Discuss it if you wanted.
Oh, my bad. I was thinking about something completely different. My bad.
I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second, but that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of it, so not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down.
What's it about anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. I might as well get started reading it, right? I quickly retrieved the book and I had put it in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I'll slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something that I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she is not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
So sorry.
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I don't really mean to.
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it gets up against Yuri's. Oh, shit! And hold my book more between the 2 of them. Alright, my bad. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little bit too excited. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of a little bit of you.
You think so?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But JJ-kun, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her.
I fucked it up. There I go. I fumbled the bag. I ruined the whole goddamn... Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's time we share today's poems with each other.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then I slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Who should I show my poem to first? Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
And what was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Alright, let's read this. Ghost under the light. I can't read this handwriting. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calms, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickens, I flicken back. I don't really know what that means. I'm not a good guy of breaking stuff down.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's a short, it was really descriptive.
I'm really glad you liked it.
I didn't fumble the bag in the end. I think I did a pretty interesting job. If you guys want to see a part 2 of Doki Doki Literature Club, make sure to like and subscribe. We're on the road to 100 subscribers, so if you want to support me, this game was very interesting. It's not a game that I would usually play. I heard this game goes even more downhill, so if you want to see my reaction to that, hopefully I'll get another Doki Doki Literature Club video out soon, maybe next week, Saturday. I am so sorry. I haven't uploaded this whole week on Wednesday or Saturday. This week wasn't a very exciting week for me. I was really tired. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Also, if you haven't seen my community tab yet, which you probably haven't, go check it out. I might stream sometime soon, so pay attention to my community tab for a later date on when I might do a stream on Twitch. Or you know what, I might even stream on YouTube, whatever you guys prefer. I might actually do a poll right now. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Goodbye.